Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're hot tent testing again, and I'm lucky enough to actually have some cold weather, so I'm going to take the opportunity to test out this new tent and some new pieces of gear. It should be a good camp. It's kind of spitting at the moment, you probably can't see, but under these trees it's kind of stopping the wetness getting to me. But it's cold, like for this time of year, it's below 10 degrees Celsius, which is nice. But I'm going to get the tent out, set it up, get all my gadgets set up, and start to chill out and relax. Hopefully this rain eases off while I'm setting up, but yeah, should be a good one. Oh, check this out. Look at the girth on these poles. That's probably like 35mm big black girthy pole. Nice. You see, that went up pretty easy. It's just two poles that cross over, and then there's a cross pole which goes across the top to volumize the space. So the top of the tent's got sleeves, and then there's just clips on the bottom to pull out and get the inner nice and taut. So clip that all up. The good thing about this is, because it's kind of freestanding, I can position it exactly where I want it with ease. That's it pretty much set up. It's quite a solid tent. Like those thick poles, pretty thick material. Pitches up good as well, it's quite easy. I'm gonna do this guy line to pull the side out so it volumizes the inner a bit. So I'll do those and I'll come back to you guys. Hey. This is quite a good looking tent. It's called the Dune 2 from Naturehike. I guess because it's like a sand color. There's also some big guy lines here which can wrap around the pole. And they're nice and long, so that would give a lot of structural rigidity to the tent, but I won't need those. It's not going to be windy in here. Look, at the highest point I can fully stand up. There's a lot of room in here. This is a big spacious tent. This whole back area, this is where the inner goes and it clips in on these rings, but I'll set that up later. So I just have this whole space to camp in now. But we've got a stove jack up here. These can open right up. You can just sit here covered from the rain. And I think it's actually starting to spit now. Not sure if it's going to persist, but I'll get the rest of the stuff into the tent and get it all set up. I'm in my enclosure. I got a new table from Naturehike too. This thing's pretty cool. I'll get this set up to show how it works. And then you put the segments into it. Just a quick digestive before I finish setup. What do you think of that stove though? It's got a lot of power. It's kind of cool as well how it sits flush into the table, like fully integrated. Isn't this nice? Look at the awning. You can sit right back or come forward to look out and have the views. It's quite a versatile tent, I think. This is the RVM stove that I used in the other video. It is going to get cold later, so it'll be nice to have this going once it gets dark. Check this out, man. I have the stove set up. It's quite close to where the bed's going to be, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to have it cranking on full power when I set the bed up. But for now, I'll be able to get wood, get this going, make it real cozy in here, and maybe have to move it forward a bit when it's bedtime. But for now, man, check out this. It's quite nice in here. Got a Coke Zero, no beers on this trip, so I want to get this chilling down in the stream for dinner time and then just chill out for a bit, and then I think I'll come back to you when I'm sorting the wood out. It probably doesn't look that cold, but there's actually a really chilly breeze coming through here, so I think I'm going to go for a little scavenge. Got my saw here, which is getting blunt on this Manuka wood. Go find a few little good bits and split them up and get the fire going. I'm not going to go crazy this time and like a massive fire or gather heaps of wood. I'm actually quite close to a place where I camped just in the other video, so there's actually a pile of wood that I could go get, but I'll get a few bits chopped up first and I might go scavenge that. So let's go. That's probably all the wood I'm going to need. Bone dry. Literally, this one piece is probably going to be sufficient for the fire. I need to get a stick and measure the inside of the fireplace. Alright, so just a little bit shorter than this to about there. I have to change arms. It's good to play with your wood out in the bush and also, you know, burn some calories for my big dinner that I'm having later. Honestly, that's probably enough. Get my trusty hatchet. This is a Big Agnes hatchet. If you're in New Zealand, you can pick this up from the Gearshop. Some people say, oh, it's not a bushcraft hatchet, but it does the job. So go check out Gearshop for bits and pieces like that. It's like quite handy, a lot of stuff there. Let's do some splitting. Works good, man. Nice. I like using the knife for the smaller pieces. Just gives you a bit more control. One piece like this is plenty. Now we're talking. It's warming up in here instantly. Even though the whole front door's open, you can just feel the heat from the fire. Camping starts when my fire's going. I just noticed the tent's got like some kind of film material on the inside of it that must help with reflecting heat back. It's getting really warm in here. It's like a polyester fly. I think it's like a 70 denier. I'm not sure on the specs exactly, but yeah, it's got this film applied to it. See this? How it's kind of silvery. Must reflect heat or something. Also, look at this, man. There's some really good stitching you can see there. It's like perfectly symmetrical stitching. Alright, I might get another brew on and wait for the sun to go down before I do dinner. This tent would work awesome without the hot stove too. Just in the rain. I reckon if it was coming down like super heavy rain, I wouldn't use the inner, I'd just have like a little cot in the back. Then you just have all this space. It could just be pouring. You can have the tent opened up. Yeah, man, I like to test out tents here in this like spot that I'm familiar with before I take them out into crazy weather, just so I know that they're all good. But I reckon this is pretty strong and it could take some pretty good winds. And snow. It's got a snow skirt around the outside of the tent as well. So it would stop snow blowing in. Gonna have a coffee now. It's probably a bad idea, and I'm having a Coke later. So I'm gonna be highly caffeinated. But oh well, we're out camping. So the rules at home don't apply. I'm gonna have this, just chill out for a bit, probably wait for the sun to go down. get nice and cozy, and I think I'll come back to you guys for dinner. Check this gadget out, an integrated stove into the table. This one's got a big wide burner and it's got its own igniter. So I got 2 stoves on this trip. Check that out, man. That's cool. It smells like salmon in the tent. If you like salmon, you would like it, but if you don't like salmon, you're gonna hate that. You know what I mean? But this is crisping up real good. This stove has really great regulation. You can control the output of heat really well. So I'm just gonna crispen up that skin, then I'll flip it and add the shallots, cherry tomatoes, and some cream and lemon juice, and then put it over this basil pesto rice. It's gonna be quite divine. Alright, I think this is pretty much done. Turn the gas off and we'll get this rice out onto the plate. Ooh, it's like a pesto rice with some veggies. Put that down there. Distribute this. Man, even that looks good, eh? This is going to be maximum flavour. And then, woo! Oh my goodness. And we need lemon to cut through that richness, I reckon. Oh, this is a lime. The obligatory close-up. Now that's gourmet camping. Look at this setup, eh? Done it again. This is gonna send me to sleep, a massive meal. See how it tastes. Oh yeah, man. The richness of the salmon. It's crucial to add some acidity to cut through all of that like fatty richness, I reckon. That's a delight. When you have good gear like this, you can just so easily cook up delicious meals. Right here, away from home. I really like that table and stove. I'll be using this again, I think. And I almost forgot, I got my chilled Coke from the stream. Nice zesty cold drink to accompany the meal. Cheers, guys. And girls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Whoop. Another camp. This is what camping's all about. The storms are fun, and I enjoy those too, but man, I feel like I deserve some rewards after all the brutality I've been through this year. To recharge for more punishment coming up. So tender. It's all gone. Oh. What a meal. One thing I don't think I've ever shown you guys is how I do my dishes on camp. And I know some of you are going to be like, I hate the dishes, I don't care. But I know some of you are going to be curious. So I'll show you what I do. Get the gas on. I just put some water in. Let that heat up, tip it out. I get some dishwashing liquid, pour that in. And I just wipe it all down, everything. And that's it. It's pretty simple. This is real easy to clean because it's nice, shiny metal. Okay, I'm going to install this inner tent. It should be pretty easy. If you've seen my other videos, I have that Pomoli tent, and that was like a nightmare to set that up, especially when I was in the mud. But this one's color coded. It's got a red bit that toggles into the red bit up there, and it has the logo on the front. So it should be okay to get this up. There's just little clips in the corners. And that one's there. Oh yeah, just little toggles on bungees. Oh yeah, no, that's not too hot. Yeah, I could sit there, have the fire going. There's little tensioners on all the corners too, so you can get it perfectly taut on the floor, which is nice. Tighten that up. Man, that's so cozy. Wait till you see my bed. This is another Naturehike product. It's built-in, it's a sleeping pad with a built-in pump. If you want to like this. I lay on it at home to test it out, and it kind of blew my mind. Alright, so I guess it's blowing up. It actually blows itself up, it's crazy. Camping gear these days. And that's that done. Oh, you could probably put a few more breaths of air into it, which I might do. Just depends how firm you like it. I have a firm bed at home, but I mean, I got my boots on, so I'm not going to put them up on here, but this is like a full-on queen bed. It's got the -1 quilt. It will get cold tonight. It's about 600 meters above sea level here, which is actually pretty high up, so it still will get cold. Whoa, there's a moth. It's a big moth. Get out of here. And that's that. The bed is made. So yeah, this tent has been transformed into like a beautiful cabin. These moths are coming in. I mean, me and Victoria could sleep in this and probably make another baby. I mean, I probably shouldn't have said that, but you know, this bed, man, there's a fire right there, the views, this Naturehike stuff. It's great camping gear. Oh. I'll spin the camera around so you can see this. So this is what it's like with the inner in and the stove. There's good room for one person. You can have your table here, kettle, cook, your heat. There is quite a big gap there, but I suppose you can put all your wood and stuff there. But plenty of room. You could even zip the front down and I'd still have room. Quite a bit of room actually. So yeah, this is the setup, man. As you can probably tell, I'm quite excited by this. This is what it's like with the awning rolled up. Gives you kind of a bit more of a view out. I don't think there's going to be any rain now, so I'll just keep it rolled up. So this whole thing in here, this is a double walled tent. There's mesh at the top that you can't zip, but the front door here, you can have it as fully fabric or mesh, and the back. So it's like a full-on tent in here. Well, this is the tent. I have the fire here. It's actually not too close. It's just providing like a beautiful ambient heat to the whole tent. And this bed, I mean, what can I say? The pressure relief is like better than any kind of backpacking pad you could wish to, you know, have. And it's got like a nice felt texture on the top. There's like some pretty robust baffling in here, so it's just cradling me. It's like literally like a bed from home. And yeah, just in a tent. I like the colour scheme. It's kind of like pastel-y kind of greys, and then that silvery material. It's just cozy. I don't think it's ever been more cozy than this on a camp. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm looking forward to coffee in the morning. The birds will be singing. I'm actually almost sweating in here, it's so hot. But yeah, I'll turn the air down a bit, try to cool off, but I'm just rambling. I'm gonna get a good sleep because I'm not with, you know, the baby at home, wakes up all the time. If you're a dad with a kid, you know what I mean. Or a mother, you actually probably have, you know, more sleep problems than I do, but anyway, I'm rambling. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning. It's real cold in here. I was just warm enough last night, so I've got to get this fire going. You can hear those birds outside. Man, it's real cold in here. I'm almost shivering. As you can hear, the birds going crazy outside. I had a good sleep, but I was actually pretty cold. I'm not sure what the temperature is, but man, I was on like borderline last night. I did wake up at about 2 and put more wood on the fire, but it's like, must be like 6 now, and it went out. But we'll heat it up in here and we'll get a coffee on and just enjoy listening to those birds. Can't wait for a brew. Ooh. I noticed on this tent, all the sheets of material are cut extremely accurately, so everything's like super taut and just fits. You know, like this outer, not the inner, this outer is just like real taut. It's real nice. It'd be awesome in rain and snow, it would just bead off it. But I need the brain to wake up. I can't talk. I have this and rejuvenate myself. I guess it's probably time I open up the tent door. Get some views. Might stay in bed though. Honestly, I love having a fire in the tent. No smoke, so much heat, no wind. Hey, that's pretty nice. You can open up the other side too. Just a super simple breakfast today. No massive meal. I'm still pretty full from last night, to be honest. I'm thinking of getting a van. If you guys are familiar with a Mitsubishi Delica, I might sell the Outback, the Subaru, and get one of those. They're like a full 4-wheel drive battle wagon. And I'll strip the seats out and get it custom built, or try to do it myself. Get a little bed in the back, get an awning, just a little setup so I can drive further away and go on bigger missions, so I can expand the radius. I've been looking at vans, but it's hard to find the right one. I don't want to get one that it's like not perfect, so that's what I'm currently doing. And I think it'll be a cool addition to the channel, because I'll be able to go like, it'll be even better off-road than the Outback. The Outback's like a kind of like a fake 4-wheel drive. But the Delica van, I'll lift it, put mud tyres on it. It's got like a full diff lock. It's got high-low 4-wheel drive and everything. So I get one of those, get a comfy little bed in the back, a little setup so I can make coffee in there in the morning. And then it means I can do stuff like drive further away, stay the night in the van, and then get out in the morning and go hike up for like snow dumps further down south and stuff. So that's kind of like what I'm planning for the channel next year. I'm in no real rush to get it. I want to get it before next winter, maybe like March next year, before then. And I think that'll be cool, and I might document the process of getting it built out if I can't find one that's already pre-made. So let me know if you want to see a van build. That might be quite cool. I could sleep in the Outback, but there's just like hardly any room because I'm quite tall. But yeah, if you have any suggestions of vans that you reckon would be good, Toyota Hiaces 4-wheel drive could be good as well. But I think a Delica would be the best. And I just want to make it awesome. I'll just like make it look real cool. If you Google or go on Instagram and look up like Delica campers, there's some real nice builds. So I want something like that, real aggressive looking, real cool. And I can just cruise all around New Zealand and that, pull up and camp. Yeah, and like get the snow dumps that I can't really get from here. Because if I drive like 5 hours down south, I can't really time it to hit the good weather windows to do the camps that I want to do. So I have to stay the night in the van, which will be cool, it'll be easy. This bed was incredible, by the way. I'll have links in the description for all the Naturehike gear that I use in this video. If you want a comfy bed that's easy to use, I'd recommend trying this out. These pre-bent poles, they really allow the tent to have a small footprint but have lots of headroom. You can see I could stand right up inside it. And it's not like it's a big tent or a heavy tent. Nice big black poles, man. I like these. Strong. Woo! Alright everybody, we're all packed up. It's just my chair out here now. What a morning. It was a great camp. Really happy with the tent. I'll definitely be using that one again. I want to test it out in some heavy rain, but I think I'll put a cot into it, or maybe a single bed instead of the huge double one, just because for me, there's no point. But yeah, all in all, nice new gadgets. Check them out. They worked well, especially that little folding table was good too, so it's all good stuff. But yeah, I think that's enough from me. I got to get home and see my baby in Victoria. But thanks for watching, guys. Massive shout out to the members. Really appreciate your support, and just everyone who watches and subscribes and likes. And even if you don't, I love the haters too. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Bye, guys.